Most people never take their first backpacking trip, not because they can't, but because it feels complicated. Where do you go? How far? What stuff do you bring? It can kind of be a lot. I've broken it down to about 5 simple decisions, and if you follow this framework, you could be on trail this weekend. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for being with me again here today. I mentioned in last week's video, I wanted to start putting out some videos specific to new and beginning backpackers. So today is kind of the first of that series in terms of how do I actually plan my first trip and get out on trail. And this is exactly how I would plan my first trip if I was starting over again today. And this is actually the same framework I am using to plan my through hike of the Colorado Trail. So decision number 1 is, where are you going? We want to keep it simple. We want these first few trips to be really good experiences as you're getting accustomed to camping, getting accustomed to being on the trail. So instead of trying to go somewhere famous, pick a well-marked trail that you're aware of that's within an hour or 2 of home. This will ensure that you are close by in case something happens, as well as something that you might be more familiar with for this first trip. So the action item here is, as you're choose a trail in an area you're familiar with within an hour or so of where you live. Decision number 2, how far are you going to go? Look, most beginner backpackers are going to probably overestimate their mileage and what they're capable of doing, as well as what they probably enjoy doing. In the beginning, less miles actually equals a better experience for new backpackers. So the action item here is plan a trip that's maybe 3 to 5 miles maximum, so you can enjoy it and start to build confidence. The third decision that you will need to make is, when are you going to go? Good weather matters more than perfect gear. We want to plan a trip where we know the weather is going to be mild. We don't obviously want it to be stormy and crazy, and we don't want it to be super hot and unbearable from heat or humidity. That's probably around the springtime and the season that we're kind of in right now. A mild weekend with no storms is going to be way more enjoyable than trying to push through a weekend in bad weather. And the point of all of this is to have a great experience. So let's try to stack the deck in our favor and plan a trip when we know the weather is going to be nice and mild. So the action item here is, pick a weekend that has mild and predictable weather. Decision number 4 is, what do I bring? In short, the TLDR. You don't need to have perfect gear. You just need to bring the essentials. And if you've not heard of the 10 essentials of backpacking, I'll cover those here. But the first thing that we want to make sure that we're bringing with us is some way to navigate. So that could be a map, that could be on your phone, but you need some way to navigate. We're going to want to bring a headlamp or a flashlight. Headlamp would be preferred, but some light source that you can use. You're going to want to bring some kind of sun protection, something to protect yourself from the environment and the sun. The fourth thing would be a first aid kit. Then we'll go with a knife. The 6th thing you're going to want to bring is something to build a fire with. You're going to want to bring a shelter. So that's a tent, that can be a bivvy, an emergency poncho as well, but you need shelter on your trip. Bring food and water, and maybe bring a little bit of extra food just in case, and bring in a little bit of extra water. And then the 10th thing would kind of be extra clothing, and that doesn't mean like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 pieces of the same clothing. But again, based on the conditions that you're in, ensure that you've got the right clothing. And if you cover those 10 essentials, you're 90% of the way there in terms of the things that you need to bring. Of course, you need to bring some kind of a backpack to put all of those in. And then depending on how you want to sleep on trail, maybe there's a bit of a sleeping pad or a mat that you need to bring, as well as some kind of a sleeping bag or a quilt and a pillow. If we get to that point, again, you're almost all the way there. I will link in the description below a shared a document that is a kind of a checklist of the basic things that should go out on any backpacking or camping trip. Feel free to make a copy of that yourself, print it off even, and use that as a nice checklist as you're preparing for your first backpacking trip. Look, you don't need the lightest or the most expensive gear. You just need something that's going to work and keep you safe on these first couple of trips. So, action item, use the link below as a checklist for the gear to bring on your first backpacking trip. And decision number 5, what is your backup plan? This is where we bring safety into our plan and what we are about to go and do. Confidence comes from knowing that you have a backup plan and an out. And that is not just applicable to your first backpacking trip, but to your 5th, your 10th, your 100th, and your 1000th trip. We always need to have a backup plan. We always need to have a bailout plan in case things go wrong, the weather turns on us, or something unexpected happens. At a minimum, that's just knowing, how do I get back to my vehicle or a trailhead? Is there another trailhead or another area that is populated with day hikers or bikers or something that you could get to if you needed to? It also might mean purchasing or bringing with you some kind of a communication device. If you're planning this right, hopefully that first trip is somewhere where you may still have cell phone reception. If it's not, but you think you're going to continue to do this, think about getting a satellite communication device. I can link some of those below if you're interested. So if something doesn't feel right, having a shorter route and an exit option makes it way less stressful. So the action item here is choose a route with an easy exit, or make sure you're bringing some kind of a communication device that will work where you're going. Okay friends, so look, let's recap. Where are you going? Number 2, how far are you going? Number 3, when are you going? 4, what are you bringing with you? And 5, what is your backup plan? And if you do these 5 things, you can plan your first trip this week. So this is the same framework, the same way I'm thinking about planning my trips this year. And it's what I've been using, made a little bit more advanced, but essentially the same kind of framework I've been using to plan my thru hike of the Colorado Trail. So I know that this can work for you, and I know that if you follow through with this, you can get out on that first trip and begin your own outdoor adventures. Well, friends, thank you so much for being here with me again today. Hopefully this is helpful for some of the beginners and new backpackers out there. If you are one of my more intermediate or advanced backpackers, throw a comment down below on 1 or 2 little tips that you would give to a brand new backpacker who is planning their first trip. I would love for the comment section to be a resource for our new backpackers that are aspiring to have their own outdoor adventures. If this was helpful for you, please consider leaving a like, commenting yourself, and subscribing to the channel. I've got a few more of these videos that I will put out geared towards beginner and new backpackers. And if you're new to backpacking and you're trying to get over the mental hurdle of thinking about getting out on a trip, I created a video just for you, and I will link that right here. And with that, friends, thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace. That's a wrap.